Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today we are going to be looking at Polkadot on Binance. Polkadot is definitely one of the hottest networks in crypto at the moment, right? It's top 10 still on CoinMarketCap, and it's raising its, MCAP efficiently. So the reason to why I want to talk about Polkadot again is because we already had a video on Polkadot on 15th of December, right? We had one there, and in that video we basically showed two areas, right? Oops, not gonna be that far. Two areas around here and one around here. And even though this area was never hit, we never got filled on this trade, this one did quite nicely, right? And we actually hit the last profit take right now. Now, that being the case, well, we definitely want to go for a continuation of this trade because, as I just stated, Polkadot is probably one of the hottest networks and it's gaining a lot of new projects, and some of those projects are really interesting. I even played one myself in the latter days, right? So definitely want to participate in this network some more because I do think they have quite a nice few neat safety features that other networks are still lacking behind, right? So they do have a good future. And not only that, they are supporting projects with their Web3 grants and, builders programs and all of that. Obviously, just giving them a lot of traction in the beginning, right? So if we dive in right into Polka's right chart, so the first thing we're gonna notice is it's a pretty basic area right down here, right? It's a little bit above this time around. Since the last one we did, this is the next one. As you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory from this side of the point, right? You got structure that created a bottom here, then you got structure that created the top here, then you got structure that created the top here, and you have another one that created the top here, right? So in this case, you see that you had four important structures create bottom and tops in this area, so which makes this area a really good one in the process, right? It makes an effective area one. It is definitely the area where you should be taking a trade, because from this current chart on Bitcoin, on Binance, at USDT based, you kind of see that this is the mainest area of the entire chart, right? But this area is not, it could not get filled. I mean, it maybe is not going to be filled just yet, because right now the chart is too bullish. And if you just take a simple fib and you draw it out the way, you will see that this area is kind of deep, right? You even have to go under 0.38 in order to hit it, right? And essentially speaking, when you're really bullish, you're gonna be looking at more like these areas, right? So it's the area we're gonna have to find a trade for first based off. It's gonna have to be higher if we wish to be filled. But that doesn't mean this area that I'm currently pointing at down here at 5.50, right, 5.40 is not going to happen. That's quite on contrary. I do think this area is going to happen once in the future, because in crypto, you rarely leave these areas untested after it happens. But do also mind that this coin can go all the way to down here, fill it up, right? Fill it up here and then just moon, right? And then after a long while, retrace down here, just like Bitcoin did, from 20k to 3 grand, right? This is how it usually operates. So the first trade of the day, we're going to be setting up in here. And this trade, if it doesn't get filled, I'll probably do another video about it in the future, right? Just because it's so far away now. Because if you're looking at it, it's about, let's see how much. Actually 17% away. It's not impossible, to be honest. It's not impossible. A little bit higher crash on Bitcoin all the way down to 23k would make it very much possible. And at the moment, if you look at it, Bitcoin is finally losing some traction and Ethereum is overrunning it, right? Ethereum did hit our profit target last night quite well. So we'll see. So we will talk more about this in today's stream. So most welcome to join, right? And we will talk about some Ethereum shorts that we will be taking as well, compared to our longs right now. So yes, the first stop loss for Polka is going to be capped at 7%. I'm going to put it on the middle of the box, so wait, it's going to be a little bit more. Yeah, it's around 7%, 7.50. And then we're going to go look for a new profit take. So the new profit take in this case, you already guessed that probably it's going to be right at the next area, right? As it in the top of the next area. I'm going to actually move it a little bit down, because we might not get filled at the top of the next area. And this time around, it's going to be 1.5%, sorry, 1.5R or 11%. So it is pretty good profit take, right? At this point forward, you're thinking like, okay, how do we find a new one since we have nothing to the left side? And again, right, the next profit take should have been all the way to up here. and it would cater us to about 25%, right, or 3R. But in this case, I want to play it a little bit more dangerously, right, because feeling like if we go all the way to down here, we're most likely gonna reject one of these two levels, right? We're gonna most likely reject one of these two levels and do a pullback from, because this is quite deep. From the whole perspective, this is quite deep, but you don't exactly break the bullishness if you return here as well, right? So you have two chances. You either play it safe and you take the TP at 23%, right up here on the second one, because I definitely wouldn't be taking a big TP on the first profit take, right? I'm like, I'm gonna risk it from this point forward, this being such a upcoming network, right? And I will just take a little bit bigger TP on the 6.7, right? But if you wish to risk it, you can do it further, right? So again, at this point, we're gonna have to take a fib retracement tool, right? And just kind of a mark it up where we would like to be seeing the new profit take, right? And I'm just gonna be drawing two ones. Wait, oh Jesus, I'm doing the wrong way again. Boom, boom. And in this case, I would be then targeting. So let me see where the fibs come together. And I would be in that case targeting all the way up to $8.5, right? So in this case, the third profit take would then be located at 7.8R or 60%. As you can see, that is quite an amazing profit take, right? And it serves us quite well. But the reasons still are, like I say, if this trade ever happens, and I will probably have to do a future video about it, that's just my gut feeling right now, is that I will most likely take a bigger TP here, refill something on the way here, and then aim for this one. That's gonna be something of my plan, right? That's gonna be something of my plan that I'm gonna be expecting in the future, but not gonna make too many claims about it because we don't know just yet. Now I'm going to delete these lines and actually find a secondary trade, which is going to be a more commonly placed trade right now. It's more common to happen, right? So yes, we did take the TP on this one, right? Like I said, this is our second profit take. So now we have to find a new one, right? And right now we're going to do a bullish retracement, and I'm going to be looking at something like this. So when I'm going to be taking my entries, I'm going to take it a little bit more conservatively than I was taking my TP, as you just saw, right? I'm going to be taking my trades a little bit because, we are attacking a more bullish standoff point right here. And if you remember, we did a fib, and 50% of fib is around here, and 50% retracement put on top, it's still very much bullish, and it's prepped for continuation, right? Plus, you also have to know, you don't want to be taking too bullish entries because your stop loss are going to be absolutely skewed. So we definitely don't want too huge of a stop loss if we're going for, big entries. So that's why I moved my line just a little bit down, and now we're going to go and try to find a decent stop loss in the structure to the left, right? So if I'm looking at it, the structure to the left will provide me with a good stop loss around here, which should be a pretty safe one. So at this time, you can see, with this stop loss, we actually have only 5% stop loss, right? Which is pretty good. It's even smaller than the one main trade before, and that's usually the thing, right? The bullish entries usually have always the smaller stop loss than the main ones, right? Than the main charts the main areas on the chart. So again, we are gonna be taking profit take right at the top of this area, because again, yes, I am prepping for a bullish continuation, especially if we react from this area, right? But I would still not give chance up to secure my first profit take, especially when this profit take is 2.8R or 14%. So we already make a really decent profit on this trade, right? So in this case, that would be my first profit take. This is the case where I take it, I move my stop loss to break even, I take some profits, we make some money, and now we just wait what the hell is gonna happen next, right? And in this case, the second profit take, you probably already guessed that we use the fibs to locate it, and yes, we are gonna be stretching it all the way to up here. And in this case, you will be seeing that we are now hitting 44% or 8.73R, which in our case, if you've already followed our first trade, you can see this is a pretty much best kind of continuation you can get. It doesn't get much better than this, right? You fill the trade lower. You took the profit take on the last one, right? You fill the trade even lower than it was before, right? And now you get to have the maximum profits on this one as well. But obviously, it is the case of breaking this point, and dot being, you know, the hottest network, I'm gonna say it's absolutely possible, right? So yes, guys, I would like to invite you to today's stream, right? It's gonna be happening at 4 p.m. UTC. You guys can ask me all about any other coins and everything, right? Also, please do join us on, you subscribe us on YouTube, like the video, share the video with your friends, right? And just give us some comments down below what you think about these videos, if you like the format and everything, right? Also, join us at free 4C community channels where we discuss trades like this, Bitcoin analysis, Ethereum analysis, you know, stop losses, and all of the things that kind of help you guys become new traders. And yes, again, guys, join us at stream, right, and ask all of the questions you want, and I will try to answer them to the best of my abilities, right? So thank you for watching, and we will be seeing each other in the next one.